trip to the doctor for a checkup. So joining us now with more on that is Dr. Olukemi Akinronola, a pediatrician with Advent Health. Welcome.
Thanks for coming in. Nice to see you.
Thank you for having me.
So I think first and foremost, we need to talk about vaccines. So important.
Yes.
But what advice do you have for parents, which there are many around here who are hesitant right now in this current environment?
So parents want to do the right things for their kids. I believe that's, the main reasons why some of them are asking the questions. And so it's okay to ask questions. I would recommend that they speak with their pediatricians, their providers, about the options and the vaccines that they need to have for their kids, and they can walk them through them. I think most of the times we have fears because of misinformation and all. So your reliable, safe space will be with your pediatrician and your doctors, and they can work you through them, because vaccines are very important.
Very important, yeah.
And this time of year is always so expensive for parents. They're getting the school supplies and the new clothes, the backpacks. Going to the doctor even for a routine checkup can be pretty pricey. Are there clinics and services available for vaccines at a reduced cost?
In Colorado, we have over 600 places where you can have no-cost or low-cost vaccines for the kids, and they are distributed around the whole state. So you can just check where your state is. And most doctors' offices also provide just vaccine-only clinic, where they don't need to see the doctor, they just go for their routine vaccines. But then the low cost all around, there is a program called the VFC, so that the kids can do that in the public health clinics and all around the state.
All right, let's talk about development a little bit. For kids approaching puberty, there should be some anxiety for everybody about that. What does the conversation with your doctor sound like about that? How do you get that going?
Well, I really talk to the kids that it's part of growing up. So when a baby is born, they don't know how to walk, they learn it to crawl, and then at some point it is okay for them to start walking and running. And that's the same thing that happens to your biology and your body and all the hormones. There is a time when you start developing other parts, like the pubic hair, which you didn't have, and all that. You make it sound very easy for them to understand, because they understand the transition from being an infant to being a toddler to being a child, and now you can say no to your parents even when they ask you to go to sleep and all. And so it's just part of it. And so if a child stays crawling and doesn't walk, and it's about 2 or 3, there's a problem with that. And so it's just as natural as that your body begins to prepare you for being an adult. And when you start to talk about it, we also recommend that parents talk to their kids about it, because you don't want to hear it from the first time from another person that you're not seeing at all times. You just see them maybe once a year and all. But once a parent has already talked, it's an easier thing to say, this is it, and these are the things to look out for. It is normal transition, and it happens with different kids at different times. So you don't need to worry that my friend is already having hair, is already sounding like a man, and I am sounding like a child. It will happen with you at your own appropriate timing.
That's very helpful for a very awkward, sometimes, conversation.
And cool shoes, by the way.
Thank you very much. Nice.
Dr. A with Advent Health, thank you so much for joining us and for all of this important information.
Thank you so much for having me.